Alrighty, so today I want to share with you one core belief that has held me back in my entrepreneurial journey, and I would say on reflection on my journey as a whole. It is the belief that I have discovered through a lot of failures, through a lot of resistance, and um, through working with different coaches, specifically subconscious coach that I have been working with. So, and that belief, I see it as an axiom, like the foundation from which I was operating, or all of my mental operations were running from, and that was I'm not enough. And what that meant, first of all, not seeing that have kind of made me unconsciously choose to avoid certain things, learning certain things, because I thought I'm not capable. Or whenever I was faced with a new problem in business, I would conceptualize it as I'm not able to do it, as opposed to that is something new that I haven't encountered, that is something new I can figure out, and that is something new I can solve by virtue of learning a new skill that I don't have yet. And so initially I didn't have the awareness that that was at the core of what was driving me in one way or another, and usually that was an avoidance behavior. And then when I did discover that it was I'm not enough was at the core of my thoughts, which then triggered behaviors and therefore triggered actions. And specifically, if I am to talk about a business, for example, in business, let's talk about voice. Voice is something that I have struggled with for a long time, and again, I went through a process of kind of like an onion revealing what was underneath my struggles. And so instead of leaning in to developing my voice, I kept working kind of behind, in a sense that I have been working with clients and partners through referrals, through direct outreach. But for as many as 5 years now, I have knew that I wanted to build a digital an audience and a visibility, and doing so, that meant that I needed to be visible, I needed to be seen, and I always intuitively wanted to build a channel, but I wasn't leaning into it. I was resisting it for so many years because, one, I thought subconsciously I wasn't enough, I cannot push through that. And there were a number of different other beliefs related to the voice. But what I wanted to illustrate is how I'm not enough led me to believing I'm not enough, and what I have to offer is not enough, led me, such as the behavior that I displayed for many years, resisting doing certain things that were related to visibility, though strategically, implementation wise, structures and such, everything was in place. I have had the channel for a long time, I have the strategy, I have all of the content written, but I couldn't follow through because of that. So the action was I wasn't taking the action of recording a video. And shifting that belief, or at the core of that belief, or what made that belief possible, is the fixed mindset that I believe that I either have something or don't have. I'm not either enough or not enough, which sounds a bit funny to me when I say it that way, but in a lot of situations when I saw somebody being able to do a certain thing and I perceived myself that I'm not enough, I cannot do this thing, therefore there was a conclusion, therefore I'm not capable and such. So that belief was there by the virtue of the fixed mindset, and the way I've started breaking my fixed mindset is really through learning and experiencing, such as traveling, learning new languages. The experience in itself happened way before I actually became aware and kind of consciously started realizing that that's what was at the core of it. So for example, I always love using language analogies, because it shows to me how it's like definition of one word in one language means totally something opposite in another. So in Ukrainian there is a word pachne. You can say that something smells nice, but in Czech it actually means that something smells awful. And then in Czech you would say something smells nice, but in Ukrainian, as in this perfume is nice, in Ukrainian it would be this perfume smells. So those little things, like, they were kind of creating cracks in my worldview and in my way of thinking about certain things, and making me realize that, you know, it's not necessarily so. There could be many ways of interpret something, and in that way traveling and languages really helped me to, as I call it, practice in mental gymnastics, because I no longer was looking at one thing from one lost a bit of train of thought there, but I was no longer looking at one thing from only one angle, but was able to look at that very same thing from many angles. And so in terms of entrepreneurship, it really helped me to you know, go from one start point to another. Every time I was stuck, whether that's, you know, now I have a website, so what's next? Now I need to reach out. Okay, how do I reach out to people? Okay, now I'm reaching out. How do I start conversations? You know, at every point in the journey, I've encountered and eventually embrace that there is a next level of problem that I need to be solving. Therefore, there is a next level of skill that I would need to be developing, and I can do it. It is figure outable, as Marie Follier talks about, or the book she wrote. And so that I would really invite you to look at your business as a journey that helps you uncover uncover your beliefs, and also like the journey that helps you uncover your beliefs by virtue of next level of stuckness. Wherever you are stuck in your journey right now, look what is underneath it, what prevents you from moving forward, and kind of look at it from a different perspective, as if, what if that wasn't true? What would I do? Well, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.